All right, so I wanted to let you all know about the latest acquisition. Actually closed last Friday. Just call it the sixth flip. Go ahead and do me a favor if you like this video, leave a comment, hit the like button, and if you could do me a favor, share the video, as I'd like to see the channel helping more and more people. As always, we always start with the goals of the session, so this should be a template that you all are very familiar with. We're going to review the property in details. We're going to go through what the plan and the estimates are for the building. We're going to talk about what the investor who is a partner on this particular opportunity is looking to earn or achieve or get a piece of. And then, as always, we'll go ahead and look to keep you all updated as we move forward. So this particular transaction is another one that I actually found out of the MLS. I actually hear all the time that you can't find deals in the MLS. And, you know, I guess there's some truth in that. You can't find deals in the MLS, stressing the word find. You have to create them, right? You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. You have to be willing to do the work. I still spend, I don't know, probably an hour a day, different times during the day, just checking out the MLS, seeing what's there, looking at new listings, looking at old listings, looking on houses that appear to be priced differently. You just have to do the work. You know, I don't know what it is now, 9 or 10 houses I've secured, more than half of them, and then in this last 90 days have come from the MLS, and 99% of all my transactions are MLS based, so they're there. Trust me. And I know by saying this, I'm just going to create more and more competition, but that's okay, right? There's just lots of ways to go out there and find and create deals. Again, it's you don't find deals in the MLS. You create them, right? You have to find listings that need help. You have to find motivated sellers, and they almost never say seller motivated, right? That's just not the market we're in. Maybe in 2009 every listing said sellers motivated, but you need to create them, or it's just not there. I'm rarely the highest offer. Why? Well, I don't think you create deals by being the highest offer. You essentially go broke doing that if you're doing what I'm doing, right? You're trying to buy, solve problems, and then sell for a small profit. So I'm rarely the highest offer. Another thing I do is I almost never offer asking price. Frankly, of the 40 or so offers I make a week, maybe one is at asking price. And that's just because it's likely a first day listing. It's likely priced by something else I own, and I know it really well. Or it's just priced wrong for some reason. But again, I've gone weeks without offering asking price. And when I say that, I never offer over asking price. Why would I do that? That's just silly. So anyways, what I'm really looking for on most of my offers is I want the agent to know that I buy properties with problems, and that if they really want a solid transaction and one that gets done, they should call us and work with us. What that typically means is every agent needs to figure out that there's lots of buyers who can't get stuff done. For example, this particular listing was originally listed at, I think it was 145. It got multiple offers the first day it came out. Went to someone paying just over asking. They came in, did inspections, and then wanted a $20,000 credit, which, when you think you got a deal and you're the seller and suddenly somebody comes back and offers or wants $20,000 in credits, that's more than 10%. You're just not going to accept that. So you kick it back on the MLS. In this case, what they did is they lowered the asking price 20 grand, right? So it was no longer listed at 145. It was listed at 125. I saw it when it came back. I went back to my same offer, which was 115, right? It was 115 when it was listed at 145, and it was 115 when it was listed at 125. The only difference being is I had my agent remind them that I buy properties like this all the time. We'd get it done in 10 days. I had the cash, and we're not even going to do an inspection. And that's what got it to us. They did ask us to do a walkthrough, which I was pleased to do before they would accept, which we did, and we accepted. Again, the MLS, or again, stands for multiple listing service, where where you go to Realtor or Redfin or whatever. All of those are usually sourced out of the MLS, right, for that area. I'd say 99, 0.4% of the properties in the MLS are what I call perfect, right? They're clean. They get appraised. They can go FHA. They can go all of those. And the reason I bring that up, again, 99 point whatever, is those are not the ones I'm looking for. At least for what I'm doing, trying to buy problem properties, fix the problem, and sell for a profit. That's not where I want to play, right? Those are not ones for me. Clean properties are great investments. In fact, if I had a full-time job, in fact, what I'm doing is I'm creating clean properties. Buying clean properties is a great idea. You just don't need the hassle, right? You already have a full-time job. Guess what? I don't have a full-time job, so I can tackle these additional problems. This is what I try to get done, right? And this is really for the folks that keep telling me they don't get deals in the MLS. I try to write 40 offers a week. I'm shooting for 1 or 2 counters a week, which means they come down something. And then all I'm looking for is one possible deal every 2 weeks, right? If I got 1 or 2 out of the MLS a month, I'd be ecstatic. And so far we're doing just about that. Here's the property details. It's actually a triplex. There's actually 2 houses, with one of them having an upstairs studio. So 3 rental units. Tenants are paying way under market. I think one of the units is probably 50% of market, and one of them, it's just way under market. Units needs lots of love and attention. This is another one transitioned via an estate sale. I think it was a couple of years ago. So the property was beautiful and well maintained and put together. Transitioned via an estate, which means the owner passed away, moved on to the next generation, their children, out of state, and they've been milking it, right? Taking the rental proceeds and not doing a dime of replacements, or repair, I should say. Sorry. It just happens. It actually looks far worse than it was, right? I already mentioned we were able to do a walkthrough on the inside. While it's dirty, it's actually not bad inside. The outside looks horrible. It's gonna get painted and all kinds of stuff immediately. But again, it's going to scare away a lot of newbie investors, which again is exactly what I love to do. It actually has a rear house with a great tenant in it, very clean. The front house, they got to go, and that's something we'll deal with, likely via 60-day notice to vacate. But that's why we have property managers, and that's what they deal with. And again, we're going to start outside immediately. We closed on Friday, and I believe I had people there Saturday cleaning it up. Don't usually have the team work on the weekend, but given this one was bought and I just wanted to show the area that we're making investments, I asked them to do at least half a day on Saturday, just to do a basic get up in and start cleaning it up. So there's the pictures. The front unit is actually on top, so that's the big one, and then you see the stairs leading to the nice size studio, and then as you'll see, there's the rear house. It's actually in pretty good shape. But that front one needs some attention immediately. So we got it for $115. I don't know, roughly $2,000 in closing costs. I'm going to go ahead and estimate $50,000 in make ready. I actually think it'll probably come in a little bit less than that, given the insides aren't so bad and the rear unit's much better. But I'm going to leave it there just in case there's some surprises. So it's going to be a total investment of about $167,000. I'm going to estimate that, given it's a triplex, I'm going to put a bogey out there of 250 grand. It could go anywhere from 230 to 300. I think we're going to get, pretty easily 2,500 in rent once this is all done, and perhaps even a little bit more. So if you estimate 15 selling cost, doing the math, you end up with a profit of about $68,000. So again, I have a friend who is eager to be a partner of mine on this. He likes the 6 and 20 program. He's going to lend the $115,000 purchase price at 6%, which means he'll receive $575 a month. You estimate total holding time of somewhere between 4 and 8 months, shooting for 6. The buyer that I'm going to end up selling it to is going to be someone who wants a clean property, fully rented and leased up. Doing the math on this one, again, if you do 20% of the 68K, it's just over 13.5, so 13.6 in profit for my partner. Something I did this time I haven't done before. I wanted to try to figure out what the return was, as I get that asked a lot, and then I wanted to annualize it. So I had to make some assumptions, so I just said 6 months was the total hold time. So in 6 months, the yield on a profit of 68K would be 17. Total profit, sorry, is 17,000. So how did I get that? That's the 13.6, which is the profit on 68K, and then the 6 months of payments at 575, which is just over $3,000. So again, the investor who just partnered with me is lending 115. They're going to get back just over 17. That's a return of roughly 14.8, but again, that's done in 6 months. So if you analyze that, which is 12 months, you just times by 2. My math says that's just under 30% return, which ain't too shabby if you ask me. So again, hope you like this. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Leave a comment or a question below, as I like to answer those. And as always, do me a favor, share the video with your network. Send it out on Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm looking to grow the channel, and we need to get to 1,000, and I think we're just under 100 as of this morning. If you want to send me a note, there's my email. Have a great day.